Raina Montoya was on a plane. Sheridan Aguirre was standing outside the White House, and Concepcion Solis had arrived at work early to be in front of her computer when U.S. Attorney General Jeff Sessions upended the lives. "I was debating whether or not I should come to work because I knew it was going to be hard," Solis said. "But what can I do now? More than ever I need to continue working." The Trump administration's termination of the policy that protected Dreamers, undocumented immigrants who were brought to the U.S. as children, from deportation will affect nearly 800,000 young people. 5 years after Barack Obama's implementation of Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, DACA allowed recipients to get driver's licenses, attend college, begin careers, purchase homes, and do all the other things that U.S. citizens take for granted. Dreamers now face the reality that it could all be taken away. For Solis, that means preparing for a future without her well-paid job at an insurance company and her rent-controlled apartment in her hometown of Oakland. "My work permit expires in September, so I have until September," the 30-year-old DACA recipient said. "I need to work as much as I can right now and save as much money as I can." Among Solis' most pressing concerns is the fact that she provided the federal government with extensive information about herself in order to receive DACA in the first place. "Immigration has my address," she said. "So come September, what's going to happen? I can't stay there, but where am I going to go?" Jeff Sessions announces end of Dreamers program. Montoya, a DACA recipient and the founder of a grassroots immigrant rights organization in Phoenix, Arizona, was concerned not just for herself but for the people who work for her. "I have as an employer U.S. citizen," she said Tuesday. "What does it mean if I get taken away?" For Angelica Hernandez, a mechanical engineer at an energy efficiency company in Chandler, Arizona, the stakes are incredibly high. Hernandez was born in Mexico, but came to the U.S. at the age of 9. She received DACA when she was studying for a master's degree at Stanford. She bought a house, married another DACA recipient, and has 2 children who are U.S. citizens. "Because of all of the rumors, you kind of mentally prepare for what could happen, but you're never actually fully prepared," she said. "I don't qualify for any type of way for me to become legalized. We're definitely looking at a plan to protect my daughters in case we are deported." Trump's decision to rescind the program puts the onus on Congress to address the situation of the Dreamers, and all 11 million undocumented immigrants in the U.S., legislatively. It also raises the prospect of unsavory negotiations pitting one group of immigrants against another. White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders said Tuesday that Trump would not support a standalone bill granting legal status to Dreamers. On Tuesday night, more uncertainty was thrown into the mix when Trump tweeted cryptically that if Congress did not act, then he would revisit this issue. For activists like Sheridan Aguirre, a DACA recipient and organizer with United We Dream, political deal-making would be untenable. "We will not be used as bargaining chips," Aguirre said Tuesday morning from outside the White House, where he had joined a rally in protest. "We do not want any legislation that throws our parents under the bus and results in them being criminalized, or adds more money for border enforcement." Belen Sissa, DACA recipient and senior at Arizona State University, photographed The Guardian. The rescission of DACA was met with outrage from Democratic lawmakers, business and technology leaders, and immigrant rights advocates. Protests erupted in cities across the country, including Denver, where thousands of high school students walked out of school. Belen Sissa, 23, a DACA recipient and senior at Arizona State University, joined one of those protests, marching with fellow immigrant rights activists to the Immigration and Customs Enforcement ICE office in Phoenix after Sessions' announcement Tuesday morning. But as the march continued, Sissa had to peel away to go inside. She had a 12 p.m. appointment to have her fingerprints taken, one of the steps she must fulfill to have her DACA status renewed for 2 more years. "I feel very happy that I'm going to be able to fit into the window of people who are going to be able to renew, but it also makes me a little bit mad," Sissa said. "I'm going through this entire application process, paying fees, and doing all these things that they expect of me, when the message is really clear that I'm not valued as a human. They just go about business like nothing happened. The person who was taking my fingerprints asked me how my morning was.